Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated Heaven. Now, this is going to be my final video on my short series about the freeware that's available for X-Plane, which I've called X-Plane Freeware Project. So I've already made other videos which are talking about the airplanes and an example of an airport that is freeware. The purpose of this series was not really to show you everything that is really good that's available. The idea is just to show you examples, like to show you some of the good examples of what is possible using freeware in X-Plane. Now, this one I'm going to show you is the craziest one out of everything. The quality of this scenery, you will be blown away. Now, I don't really want to go into loads of detail talking about what all of this scenery is. I am basically going to say very clearly and in very simple terms that I've added 3 layers of scenery. The first one, the lowest one, is basically a mesh, a very high quality mesh. That will make sure that the landmass is following the correct contours, the same as it is in real life. Then, the second layer is photo scenery. I found a place where you can get freeware photo scenery. Be warned, it takes a long time for you to download, and the size of the files are really big. I think only that scenery alone is running me about 30 or 40 gigabytes. And I only downloaded England up as far as the Durham area of England in the northeast. So you kind of have to play with that. If you don't have a lot of room on your hard drive, you can maybe just download a smaller area. But I am planning on really improving England a lot and then flying around mainly in England when I'm on X-Plane. Anyway, the final thing that I did is I added a layer, a final one, which basically will make sure that the objects, the buildings, the trees in the scenery are matching with the real, they're in a real life location. So what this does is it helps to sync up the buildings and also the photo scenery, which is awesome. Also, this final layer basically will make sure, or it kind of helps to make the buildings look more UK style. Okay? Now, like I said, I'm not going to go into loads of detail. I'm going to leave 3 links in the description. These are all of the links that you need for these 3 items. Have a look at the website. It will say in a lot of detail how to install. If I can do it, then anyone can. It's very easy. Okay, so without further ado, so we are in the Manchester airport area. Oh, first of all, I would like to show you the settings. Now, just to show you what, it kind of gives you an idea about the FPS that I am getting. So this is the settings I have. I'm running a Radeon 290X, I believe. Yeah, it's actually an MSI 290X. Anyway, that's the graphics card. My CPU is a 3770 running at stock. So that's essentially the system and the settings that I'm using in order to get this kind of frame rate. I might have to play around with this a bit more because, actually, I'm quite amazed. The frame rate has not been affected anywhere near as much as I thought it would be. I thought it would be affected a lot more than this. So I'm actually very happy, but I might have to in the future slightly alter some of the settings, but I just want to show you, for the purpose of reference, what are the settings I'm running right now. Okay, So I'm going to try to take off really badly. Oh, and by the way, I just saw that for some reason my screens in this Freeware aeroplane have kind of gone a bit weird. I will have to look into that. They were fine when I did the video on this airplane. I will have to look into that. Anyway, and I will say again that this is a Freeware aeroplane, and I already did a video about this airplane earlier. Okay, so let's try to take off really badly, as usual. Like I say all the time, this is not about pro gameplay. This is about scenery. Pretty much the most awful takeoff you'll ever see in your life, but ignore that. We're not here for that. We're here for the scenery. And actually, I mean, I think the frame rate is not too bad if you consider we're flying over Manchester Airport. It's quite a built-up area. I mean, this frame rate is not too bad. I may have to play with it. Well, and obviously, if you bear in mind I'm recording, so that will actually take off probably 5 FPS at least. It might even be taking off more than that, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to fly over an area, and then I'm going to try to pause the video and show you guys the kind of effect that you can expect. Okay, I'm quite liking the look of this area over here. Okay, let's pause it about that. Okay, so this is really amazing. For Freeware scenery, this looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. The photo scenery, I mean, okay, it's not the most high res, but it's free, and I find this is more than enough. I mean, you know, flying around, I don't need the most crazy photo scenery, and if you do use the payware crazy photo scenery, I mean, if you thought the 40 gig install was a lot that I did for this, you know, you're going to be looking at least double that for the real high-end photo scenery. So I think this is more than enough, and it looks awesome. The thing that is even more awesome is, like I said, the building, the other add-on which helps with the buildings. As you can see, it's helping to actually place all of the buildings in the correct location. They are next to roads, and most of the time they're actually where they ought to be. So you can see houses and things down there. You know, most of them are in the correct location. I'm not going to say all of them, because I think that nothing is perfect. I mean, you can even see that this is like a factory area here. It looks like there's actually a factory on there. There's actually some like industrial building, or, you know, it's really obvious that it kind of fits in. Oh yeah, over here, look, there are factories over here, or some kind of large industrial area, and it is perfectly done. I mean, okay, maybe it hasn't got all of the exact buildings, but it certainly adds to the level of realism. You know, like, it just helps a lot, and it really helps the immersion. You know, when you are flying around, you will feel much more immersed, because, you know, the scenery that you're flying over is much more realistic. So for Freeware, guys, these 3 add-ons have made the X-Plane environment absolutely unbelievably awesome. And if we finish off this video by looking back at the Freeware airport, yeah, I'm pretty impressed. So I'm actually going to be, you know, using quite a lot of this stuff in my everyday X-Plane use. I'm certainly going to hold on to the scenery, and I have a plan that I will try to build up the England like scenery and the map in England and everything in England, because then I will actually plan that I'll only or most of the time in X-Plane I'll fly around in England, because although I live in Hong Kong at the moment, I'm obviously originally from England and I really enjoy flying around in England. So my idea is to really focus on England and try to find freeware and maybe payware airports and things like that, which are going to really help with the realism of flying around in England. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle on this video. I wanted to try and make it relatively short and just kind of give you the information that you need. So thanks for watching the video. If you do have a question, please leave a comment in the comment section, and of course I'll try to get back to you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.